So this one's super powerful. Why? Because you know what? This is the one I live by. I live by this. For I'm unashamed of the gospel. For I'm unashamed of the gospel because, man, anyone who, Romans 1:16, for I am not ashamed of this good news about Christ. It is the power of God at work, saving everyone who believes, the Jew first and also the Gentile. Romans 1:16, for I am not ashamed of this good news about Christ. It is the power of God at work, saving everyone who believes, the Jews first and also the Gentile. Everyone who believes in God will be saved, right? Everyone who believes in Jesus will be saved. See, I live unashamed. I live boldly for God. Does that make me a perfect Christian? Nah. Do I do things right? No, I fail every single day. But my belief is always in God. And know what? I will continue to believe in God to the end of my days. To the end of my days. And I just want y'all to know, some of y'all are unashamed of being you. Unashamed of certain things just about yourself, right? You stand boldly and strongly and courageously for the things that you believe, right? That's how I am with my faith. See, and if y'all do have faith in God, have faith in Jesus, right? I want to challenge you to dig down deep and be like, know what? The way I'm unashamed, the way I'm courageously defending these other things, I should challenge myself to do the same exact thing for my faith. And I know that's a little bit scarier because of the society that we live in now. But I understand that. But see, that's going to be the test of true courage. See, if I interact with people, meet people, whatever it is, and they don't like my faith, they don't like what I do, what I stand for, that's fine. You don't have to like it. I'ma still be me. I'ma still love you the way I need to love you, but I'ma still be me. Nothing's gonna stop me. I'm going to continue to be unashamed forever and ever. The way you tell your story to yourself matters, right? How do you look in the mirror and you tell your story? You're telling it to yourself. You're describing it. You're explaining it. How do you tell your story? Amy Cuddy. The way you tell your story to yourself matters. The way you tell your story to yourself matters. Story to yourself. Because once you could answer that question, then you will know how to navigate this world, navigate other people, and just navigate around you and be able to tell your story to those around you. Strangers, friends, family, whatever it is, right? But see, you got to start with yourself. You can't go and just tell your story to other people and just expect that just to be that. Nah, you got to understand that you have a story to tell. Every single day is a new chapter. Every single day is a new chapter. It's a new page being written. But see, how are you telling your story? How has your story impacted you to the point where you want it and you're going to allow it to impact those around you in a positive way? Right? How are you going to reflect on your life? How are you going to reflect on your story? How are you going to bring your story to life in a way that other people will understand it, be captivated by it, and be impacted by it? See, a lot of times we don't think about our story. We don't think about how we tell our story to ourselves. We just kind of navigate, just do our own thing. But our story is powerful. Our story is what means everything. And if you ain't about that, if you ain't about how to expand your story, narrate your story in such a captivating way, start by looking in the mirror, telling it to yourself. a lot of people are afraid to say what they want. That's why they don't ever get what they want. That's why they don't ever get it. Because they're too afraid to say what they want. See, maybe Madonna. A lot of people are afraid to say what they want. That's why they don't get what they want. A lot of people are afraid to say what they want. That's why they don't get what they want. We kind of speaking into the whole manifest destiny type thing, right? But if you don't ever ask for it, if you never say this is what I want, if you don't speak it into existence, you will never get it. You are keeping it a secret. You are just keeping it hidden. You are not letting it come to light. See, that's why you need to say what you want, and then you will truly get what you want. Maybe, Lord willing, right? But see, that's a powerful part in it. That's a powerful part in it. And see, you gotta speak it into existence. You gotta speak into the universe. You gotta pray about it. Ask God about it. And if it's according to His will, it will happen. It will come into play. It will become reality. But you gotta ask for it. You gotta speak it. You gotta talk about it. You gotta say what you want. You gotta say what you want and mean what you say. And you will get, Lord willing, you will get what you want. Maybe at a cost. Maybe with a test. But you will get what you want. See, if you're too afraid and you let fear cripple you from expressing yourself and wanting and desiring things and letting it be known, it's going to stay a secret. It's never going to come to light. It's never going to happen. It's never going to become reality. It's never going to become real. And a lot of us, if we could really truly be honest with ourselves, we probably don't speak it into existence. We're too afraid. We don't talk about it. And it just continues to cripple us. We generate fears while we sit. We overcome them by our action, right? See, when we just sit around and we just let our mind wander, we let the fears keep building up and we let our imagination anonymous. We generate fears while we sit. We overcome them by action. We generate fears while we sit. We overcome them by action. Our mind just take over, it cripples us, it destroys us, it eats us from within. But once we get up and we overcome them with action, it's the only way to do it. But see, a lot of us, we don't see it like that, right? We don't see it like that. We let it cripple us. We kind of just be stagnant. We just kind of be lazy. We just let it happen. Instead of actually taking some action about it, instead of actually doing something positive about it, doing something incredible, taking the necessary steps to overcome it, praying about it, meditating, evaluating the situation, reflecting. We rather just sit back and just let it destroy us, right? I'd be lying if I said I never did that, or if I say I'd never do that, right? I'm always going to be vulnerable. Fear takes over all the time. Sometimes I do a little bit better at overcoming it. Other times, kills me. Kills me. I ain't proud of that, but being honest. See, can you go and look in the mirror and be honest about your fears? How you handle them? What you're going through? What you've done? I don't know. Some of us, we could be honest about that. Some of us, we could be real about that. But the thing is, we can't keep allowing fear to dictate to us what we can and cannot do. We need to have some action to overcome. Action without knowledge is useless, but knowledge without action is futile, right? See, you need to have the wisdom, right? You need to have the knowledge going into Abu Bakr. Without knowledge, action is useless, and knowledge without action is futile. Without knowledge, action is useless, and knowledge without action is futile. Things before you start making these decisions, right? Because if you don't, it's going to be detrimental, it's going to be futile, right? It's going to be useless. See, if you start doing these things without knowledge, it's going to affect you in a negative way, right? See, and that's the thing, because you can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't use it, if you don't capitalize on it, if you don't utilize it, it's useless. It's just there, right? No value in it, and I understand that. But see, both go hand in hand. You need to have the knowledge before you start to take action. But you need to take action when you have the knowledge too, though. It goes hand in hand. See, a lot of us, whether we're young, older, whatever it is, we make terrible choices. We make some dumb decisions. We make some dumb choices, right? We make some wrong moves. Either because we didn't have the knowledge behind the action, or we just let things pass us by because we had the knowledge, but we didn't take action on it, right? See, like I said, it goes hand in hand. What have you been able to reflect on your life that could relate to this? Because you know what? I made a lot of decisions in my life, a lot of choices, a lot of them without knowledge. Not good, detrimental, futile. Come on, y'all. See, now this one saying, I don't create companies for the sake of creating companies. I create companies to get things done, right? See, same thing applies to this. I'm not doing Elon Musk. I don't create companies for the sake of creating companies, but to get things done. I don't create companies for the sake of creating companies, but to get things done. I'm doing this just to do this, just because I think it's fun. I mean, I enjoy it, don't get me wrong. But I do this because no way, if God allows people to be impacted by it, awesome, right? If God allows people to see this, amazing. But it's all in God's will. It's all glory to God. See, if he gives me a platform, he gives me a platform. It's all according to his will, right? But see, I'm not doing this just to do this. If I could impact people, if I could connect to people, if I could just change their perspective, maybe add a little bit more value to the mindset, whatever it is, if I could lead them to God, most importantly, then I've done my mission here. I've done what I've been called to do. See, this isn't just for me just to do it for fun. This is for me to be something, to do something, to take people on another level. See, I don't do this for fun. This is also therapy because it helps me learn too. I'm gonna be real with y'all. It helps me too. But see, that's the thing. That's the thing. All glory to God. I do this for him. Everything I do is for him.